In my last video, I've shown you how Figure for iPad can be really useful to come up with new music ideas, especially if you have an older device like an iPad 2 that is not much useful for anything else anymore. You can check out that video up in the little eye that appears somewhere here. And yeah, Figure is great, but it does have its flaws. Perhaps the biggest one is the limited amount of presets that it has. Don't get me wrong, it still has plenty of presets and they cover a wide range of genres. They even have predefined parameters that can be tweaked and automated. But this is still a limitation. There is no way to add or even fundamentally change the presets that it has. Or maybe there is. As it's usual for me, a 5-minute curiosity check just turned into a 5-hour deep dive into the guts of this software. And I've learned a lot, like really a lot. But let me cut to the chase right here. It is possible to edit and even add new patches for the bass, leads, and drums of Figure. You can even add your own drum samples. Moreover, it's actually easier than you might think. Up to a point, but I'll get to that later. This all started because I wanted to check if I could get the drum samples directly from the app, since they have so many good sounds there. That was actually easier than I expected. It turns out that the Apple app format, the IPA, is basically just a zip file, and you can easily extract the contents from it. And inside there's an app, and you can open it in a Mac with no extra software. You can see all of the contents there. The drum kit samples were all there in WAV format, no encryption, no anything. And I thought, awesome, I can just extract these. But then I saw the patches folder. I had to take a look. So inside, it's filled with files with the same names as the presets that you see in Figure, but with different extensions. So for example, you had bass, lead, and drum. And then I tried opening one with a text editor, not thinking much of it. And what I found was that the code was all there. Easily readable, no encryption, no anything. As soon as I saw this, my head started spinning. Maybe this means that we could potentially change these? And since the names of the files match the names in the app itself, does this mean that we could potentially add new files and therefore new patches completely new? This all seemed way too easy, but it worked. I started experimenting with little things, like for example, changing the name of a parameter to see if it would show up in the app itself, and duplicating a file and just changing the name to see if it would appear in the app. And both worked, and so I went further. Now, before we go deeper, I have a sort of disclaimer. Due to the gray area that this represents, I won't go into the specifics of how to extract applications or files or replacing files in the iPad. It is possible. There are a few ways, some more direct than others, but the information is out there in case you want to try this for yourself. With that out of the way, this is what I've learned so far about Figure. As I've mentioned, patch files are listed individually and in bass, lead, and drum formats, and they can be opened and edited using a normal text editor. They contain codes, which I believe is in Lua language, that can be easily read and edited. All options are usually just clearly named. Bass and lead files are used by the Thor engine. And for those who don't know, Thor is a synth that is included in the Reason DAW. They have the following sections. Destination mappings list the parameters that will be affected by the tweak section. Device properties have the values for amp, filter, LFO, effects, and other synth parameters. And in tweak sets, we define the default values and also the names of the tweakable parameters in the app. In Drum Machine patches, the only difference is the device properties section, as it lists the actual drum samples to be used, and these have different parameters to change. The Thor and Drum Machine components each have their own Lua file called motherboard definitions. These list properties and their specific criteria. Some ask for a number to be defined within a range, others are Boolean, and others require specific selection to be made. New patch files can be added to the patch folder. The name you use as the file name will then appear in Figure as a preset. The extension you use will define where this preset will appear. If you want to create a drum machine, place the sample files in the sample folder. The mixer also has a motherboard definitions file and also a default patch, but there are no useful options there. However, it's not just smooth sailing and gin and tonics over here. There are a few unknowns at the moment. Remember when I talked about the motherboard properties of each component? Some of these properties require specific selection to be made. This selection is listed as just numbers, and I don't know what they refer to. I tried looking into other files, but I couldn't find any table or any reference that would tell me what these numbers mean as options. It's probably a good time to tell you that I'm not really a coder, I'm just a really obsessive tinkerer. If someone out there with coding experience can help me find out what these tables are, it would be extremely helpful. There is also another problem, which is having to edit all of these patches in a text format. It's just very rudimentary, and it requires a lot of back and forth between the PC and also the iPad. So if you want to delve into this, just grab a patch that you already like and use that for small edits. That's not all though. Here are all the quirks and info that I've collected. I tried checking actual Thor patches to see if we could open them the same way, but no dice there. It seems they are encrypted and require the real software to be open. The drum kit strips can have up to 4 samples each. So this means that you can have up to 16 samples and 4 playing at the same time. The mixer has a master compressor that can be tweaked. There are solo options in the code for the mixer, but the UI doesn't have a place for it. However, it should be possible to replace the functionality of the mute with a solo. It's possible to assign any kind of parameter to the tweak section. An interesting thing is that the note strip can also be a tweakable parameter. So this means that you can affect the parameter in the note strip by moving your finger up and down when you play notes. That sure was a lot of talking. How about some examples now? My first experiment was creating a drum machine patch with my own samples. I added a kick, a snare, a few chord samples, which is something that the original drum kits did not have, and just for funsies, I've added some Ricky Tino's voice samples in the mix. And yes, I cleared the samples with him. Then I wanted to create a bass patch, but that was a bit painful. The idea here was to create a house bassline patch that could create house-style basslines with ease. To help with the groove, it would have a tweakable LFO rate for the filter cutoff. That was easier said than done, I must say. This is when I learned about the obfuscated parts of the code, which meant that I couldn't easily find out how to modulate the filter cutoff using LFO1. After more than 5 hours doing reverse engineering, I found out that I needed to use 12, the number 12, as the mod source and 13 as the mod target destination. I used the tweakable parameters to adjust delay and also the chorus, and more importantly, to adjust the filter cutoff, the resonance, and also the LFO rate for the filter cutoff. I also made it so that the LFO rate can be free or synced to the key. The result was actually pretty cool. It does create groovy bass lines, which was the point. I just wish there was an easier way to test all of these modulations. Alright, that's it for this video. I'm sorry for the bunch of technical talk and not much performance today. I actually debated with myself if it was worth it to make this video since it's so niche and technical. But the truth is, reverse engineering is a part of me. I need to solve the puzzle. And sometimes that becomes an obsession. Besides that, I think this could trigger ideas in some people. I really believe that Figure is a cool creative tool, but I think some people see it as a toy, as just a way to pass time. If we could edit the sounds, maybe we could elevate it to another level. And yes, currently the way to do things is messed up. It takes a lot of time and effort, but maybe this can also be improved. Maybe if enough people gather around, we can create a community and develop this method even more. In all cases, my findings are documented here in case someone wants to use them in the future. So that's all for now. Please leave your thoughts and feedback down below. And if you like this content, subscribe for more. See you next time.